talking to my companions. That is a bad habit. Oh, damn. We met some folks out here in the poisonous waste. Alrighty. Let's see. Come on, gentlemen. Come over here. It's been a while since we talked to our companions. Let's do that. Alexander tries to burp out the... Okay, we already know that. Let's guess. Do you have any advice regarding a task? Oh, Bubba, it's not how things actually work. I'm helping you by being on your side. Where do we go is not my things to decide. Thanks for the advice. Can I ask... Hey, Dat Plebe? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. It's actually, yeah, the UI's reminiscent of Fallout 1 and 2. So if you ever played those games, you kind of get that feel and the layout and the look and everything. You also got to remember that this game was made by at the most 13 people at one time, if I remember what one of our Sticks, I believe, mentioned. So and it was all kickstarted as well. So this game wasn't done by any company that had millions of dollars or producers and developers sitting in the wings. This was kind of an independent project by some folks. So they did rather well for what they worked with, to be honest. And the game's only $14. So Wasteland also had a much higher production value and a bigger team working on it too. And they had a studio, an Exile studio did all that. So they had lots more money and lots more resources to work with. And their game was price tagged, and the price tag for that was actually shown as well. I remember it was like $49.99 when it came out. Then they also did when it first released. It looks a lot different than when you play it now because things weren't as polished. About 6 months later, 7 months later, when they released for console, or was it a year later? I can't remember. The game looked a lot different. It also incorporated a whole bunch of new things into it. So, I mean, I liked Wasteland 2. And I had a good time with it. But the UIs don't bother me because I understand the resources that people had to work with to make it. And I'm enjoying this. I mean, it's a little adaptive. You got to be more intuitive. You know, I've had a great community. He's been really nice on helping me figure things out and working with my companion. So, you know, I would like to see more things added to it. But here's the great thing: if this does well enough, maybe the team that put this together will have the resources to actually do what you ask and be able to do made the UI more polished and have things, maybe even some voice hacking. I would love some voice hacking from a streamer's point of view, just because then I wouldn't have to read so damn much, and that would be nice and everything like that. But yeah, I hope the game does well. A really big streamer by the name of Carnage. I watched him for quite some time now. He's one of my favorites when it comes to the big streamers. He was playing it today, so that was 14,000 more people during his stream that had eyes on Adam, which I hope allows more people to see Adam to make that choice and say, hey, you know, I'd like to play this game. It's $14. It's on Steam. I'm going to go grab it. That will help the developers, and good things will come from it. So that's really nice. So that was nice. I was really happy to see co-streaming this today with 14,000 people watching it. So that I hope that gets out there. Plus, he has a really large YouTube community. He has a very large Twitter community. So all that's really good. Yeah, I like Code because he takes into account a lot of different things when he streams a game. He just doesn't say, "Oh, this sucks." You know, he really does because Ko knows how to program. Ko also tried to develop his own program, so he knows all the heartache and the understanding that goes behind that. Ko knows what it means to have a team of people to work with when building a game. So he kind of went through all that struggle. So he has a different perspective, and so when he talks, I really like it. Well, I mean, as long as you're supporting somebody, if you like watching, letting somebody else do it all, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, Ko, he tried to develop. If you watch some of his like really older YouTubes, because that's where I started figuring out about that. He at one time was trying to build his own RPG, CRPG, and I think he said it was in like in the steampunkish magic way of Arcanum. So, but yeah, watching is a form of support too. You know, especially if you like you know, when I can afford it, I try to subscribe to Ko, so I know that he gets out there. It's free publicity for the company and everything. I have had several friends who said that they wouldn't have bought this game until they watched a couple YouTube episodes, and they went out and bought it. So, and they're enjoying it now. They said I was intimidated at first by the UI and the interface and everything like that, but after watching a couple of YouTube videos of a couple hours and you finally learning things and asking questions on the stream, I have a couple friends call me up too. They went out and bought it. They're really happy with it. Dead State too. Yeah, but okay. I guess at the end of the day, I'd just like to say I'm glad people come by and watching this. I'm glad a big Twitch streamer has put information out there. I did believe that if this does well, they'll have more resources, both in manpower and money. Imagine what these people could have done with several $1,000,000. Because this was only in development for a couple of years, too. Imagine if they had several million instead of only hundreds of thousands. That's mind-boggling there. And they only charge $14 for the game. So $14, I've played 54 hours. I think my money's well spent. And I enjoyed it. It was difficult, but I enjoyed it. And I'm still enjoying it. I got my ass kicked today. That's why I'm still enjoying it. All right. Can I ask you a few questions? What do you know about this part of the wasteland? There is the central wasteland. Everything around it is even worse. Oh, you lover boy. Another question now. Is the wasteland dangerous, and how dangerous? Hi, what are you, a chicken? Chip, chip, chip? If you're that scared of danger, you should have stayed back at base. Okay. How do you feel about Alexander? My legs are turning into a bloody mess from all the walking, dude. And I won't even try walking on my hands. The kids are going to run after me, calling me a monkey. I'll twist their little necks to teach them a lesson. Then someone is going to catch and jail me for it. No need for such hustle. Let's just rest. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay, so Alexander the Worm, that's his nickname, is not doing so well. Now, Hexagen's going to be an interesting conversation. What do you think about this part of the wasteland? These lands are called the Central Waste, however, they're the center of no one knows. Next question. Is the wasteland dangerous? And how dangerous? There are a lot of dangers in this world, but one of them is real, and it's not falling victim for capitalism's glossy charm. It's not taking a sip of Pepsi and a bite of a hamburger at the Black Mass. When communism is gushing through your veins, dying from a gangster's bullet or a mutant's bite isn't all that scary. And what can you tell me about this? The sink? Oh, what can I tell you about the sink of iniquity? Okay. All right. So basically, since we're out in the central wasteland, they're not going to have much to say. So when we get to Paragon, because we kind of already know, the wasteland's dangerous. People try to jump our asses all the time. All right. So now we'll come down to Paragon and see what's going on down here. Oh yeah, hey! Look at some friendly travelers. Okay, so with these guys, you have to look with somebody with no armor or a shield, and what they're going to do is they have a time bomb on them, which will rip you a new one and run up on your ass. But I don't see anybody like that. So hopefully, we're going to take Mr. Frying Pan here. Just cap it twice. Then get out of everybody's way, because I don't want Exogen or anybody else to shoot my ass. Done. Oh, I was afraid he was going to do that. Go even mentioned how this game's kind of rough to stream because you got to do all the talking, and there's a lot of dialogue in it. Imagine if I had done a pacifist playthrough where I didn't actually try to hurt anybody. That would have been fun. Which you can actually do for this game. Okay, so I'm going to let you finish that guy off. Fidel, shoot that one. How many? Just got 11 hit points. There we go. Shanky shank. Good job. Go A-Team. Holy crap, they made this game for $33,521. That is freaking nuts. Holy hell. I haven't heard a game being made for that much in a long damn time. Well done. Oh, just imagine what they could do with hundreds of thousands of dollars if they made this for $33,000. Let's see. Yep. So their Kickstarter got $33,521. Their goal was $15,000. They had 1,132 backers. Ko was one of them, because you could tell by the gear he had. Another streamer, Castiz, he also was a backer of this game. I was not a backer of this game. I will admit that right up front. But because you get a special outfit and a knife and everything to start the game with. And if you're a melee build, it was really freaking awesome. Sorry, puppy. But I grew up with wolves, so I know how vicious you bastards can be. And what's really nice is hopefully. Oh, hey Depleb. Well, thank you for the follow, man. I'm glad you actually are enjoying the stream. I'm glad you're. I'm glad we're having a conversation too. Because here's some good things while we're talking about all that. We can look at some of the things where we think that they could do some improvement to help facilitate an ease of use with the game for their next one. So that's always good. You can say, you know, on your next one, if you can do this, that would really help some things out. Let's see, nope. I want to get all the armor. Damn, I didn't know I was carrying around all that. I could definitely see some. Yeah. This has been a really awesome game to stream. I've met so many new people. And everybody's been really, really nice. Hey, Rayman 2, how goes it? Yeah, I mean, I can understand and agree. I had some frustration with it. Hey, Rayman 2, thank you for the follow and welcome to the pack. I'm doing pretty good. We're just talking about some of the things that we hopefully will see in Adam the RPG 2. And we were just discussing how this game was made on a Kickstarter of $33,521 by 13 people. So, pretty awesome. So, okay, we have quest here. So I know we came here for a reason. We've been talking and everything. I kind of got sidetracked. Okay, so we have... Okay, so we got a quest for the barbecue here. There's something going on with possibly human trafficking and cannibalism. We also have something going on with the politics here. I like it, Rain Man, too. It's $14. You'll have a lot of hours for $14. I have 54. It is a little brutal at the beginning at the higher difficulties if you don't have a clue. And I spec one, I didn't have a clue. I spec my characters poorly and I didn't take time to understand the mechanics better. I didn't do any research on this game to begin with, and there's are lacking on tutorials and advice given, but from what I understand, the developers realize that and are probably going to fix that too. Okay, Scott Smith has got 157 hours into this game for $14. Yeah, they really did that, pleb. And after you get used to the... because I played the original Fallout 1 when it came out, and Fallout 2 when it came out. And when I played the original one, I remember having difficulty with the game and having to restart it several times. And that was on the highest difficulty back in the day. That's before any patches and all the fixes that you can have. And it's how you get... once you get used to the UI, it's usually not so bad. Because now that I got used to the UI, it is kind of intuitive to actually request to have your companions do something by just holding down the left mouse button, and you can talk to them and get certain things done, whether it's in combat or out of combat. I do wish there was a key that I can hold down when, like, hold down the Alt key and click stuff, that I don't have to move gear between the inventory. Other than that, I don't know if there's a... They are also putting in programmable hotkeys, by the way. We had some information on that yesterday. So there is that as well. Styx informed us yesterday that they are doing programmable hotkeys. And what was the other one? I can't remember, Styx. Oh, joystick. They're working on controller support as well. So there's going to be programmable keys mappable keys, and joystick support. So that means it may come to a console. I mean, I could see this doing well on console since it's turn-based kind of combat. So, okay, Rain Man 2, you take care, man. Thank you for stopping on by and saying hello. So, with all this being said, I've gotten so carried away and I haven't taken any of my breaks. I'm ran out of water a while ago. So I need to get up and stretch and take care of Lukey. Come on over here, Lukey. We'll introduce you to the stream. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on over here. This is our old doggy friend, Lukey. Come on. We got to take care of him. He's an old buddy. He's our channel mascot and also the channel icon. He's my son's best buddy and his brother. I convinced my son for almost 2 years that the dog was his brother because they both had blonde hair. Lukey was just different. He's such a cute little fella. He's old and sleepy now. Unfortunately, he's a golden retriever, so around 12 things start going downhill for him. And unfortunately, he's suffering some of that right now. So he's a sleepy fella. Unless I have cheese around, then he gets a little excited. But I want to give him a walk so he can go out and go pee. He doesn't leave me a reminder after the stream when I step out into the hallway that he should have been walked. Alrighty, I'll be right on back, folks, and we'll... Ooh, that's not what I wanted. But we can come right over here. Actually, now that I do that, so that would be easier to do that way. Okay, we'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back. Lukey got to do his business. Scotsmith, like the cat at the office, day after Christmas, found the present by the door, left by the cat. Yeah, Lukey's been really good with the streaming so far, but I've been trying to make sure that I can always get out and give him, try to make sure he goes before and after the stream as soon as possible, and if I can during the stream, so he can get a little of his. Oh damn! I forgot. Oh man, I don't have my hat or anything, so I'm gonna have to use cologne. Okay. So he can get his bathroom break on. So I'm gonna use cologne. Spritz myself up there. Now I got a personality of 8 and 132 speechcraft. Why do I have? Okay, endurance +1 and personality. I needed another one of those. Damn it! Forgot. Oh, just so you know, when you do play this, usually you have 2 stages of buff, so you always want to take 2 of whatever you're going to do. You have the first stage, and the second stage gives you the full effect of the buff, or doubles the effect. So there's always that. So if I had another cologne, I probably could have got up to 9 cologne. 9 perception, or 9 personality, and 140. Oh, let's take off the face mask too. So there we go. Speech. Does anybody else have a? Was I smart enough? Let's see. Put some Casper on folks. Your health. Casper mid. Alright, you got nothing there. How about you, Fidel? Okay, nope, you don't have any hat that I could use. Alright. It is what it is. Let's start the conversation. The mustached roaster working the grill from time to time, spilling some marinade upon the meat from a plastic bottle with holes made in it. He smiles as he sees you. Okay, so check the companions and see what they have to say. Okay, let's do that real quick. I'm just passing by before we start conversation. See if they got anything to say. Have a few questions about what do you think about Paragon? This is a former base of the river pirates. Now, however, strange it may seem, it's a fortress of the merchants who used to be robbed by those pirates. I guess it's better this way for both local economy and citizens. You think the wasteland trade is well developed? Trade in the wasteland is better developed than anything else. High roads are like veins, and caravans are blood that sustain the lives of so many people. That's my opinion on the subject. I see. Can I ask you something else? Where do caravans come from? From all over the world, from the western highlands, the eastern steppes, and you can meet some of the petroleum barons here. Brokers from the southern islands, opportunists heading north. Too many to name them all. So, petroleum baron, maybe we can get some gas. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Fidel. Let's see, Alexander the Worm has to say. What do you think of Paragon? Once I asked them to let me try and move their ship with my amazing strength, they didn't let me. Too scared for their own good, they are. Oh, okay. I'd love to get my hands on that ship and use it sail to the Lady Anne. Ever heard of it? What a place. Cuties everywhere. But I'm afraid we won't sail far with those old farts on board. Okay. Where do caravans come from? Come on, brah. They're just like magpies. They get all their shit from the sewer or from the dump. You think those low-brained mutants are capable of creating things? They're trash people, bub. Hobos. Okay, so he's kind of got a mutant worm ate out of his brain and replaced his brain. But the worm didn't succeed in keeping its own personality, or it evolved, or whatever. So he's got a worm for a brain. He even admitted it, so these conversations are a little weird. Alright, Hexogen. Let's see what he has to say. What do you think about Paragon? The Floating Fist isn't only a name of the Taekwondo combat move created by relatives of the great Mao. It's also the description of the current rulers of Paragon. Oh, I would have loved to dispose of them. Whoa there, man. Man, she's something else. Quite a nice ship they've got here. Nah, it's not that glorious Aurora cruiser. It's not the Varganian. Not even the Chelyuskin. What a rusty tub. A tin can full of cowardly merchants. Like a tin